Hey everyone, Eugene Fedorovsky from eugenefedorovsky.com. I hope you guys are having an amazing day so far. I hope you're crushing it in your network marketing business and you're on the way to accomplish all the goals that you set out for yourself this week. And today I have a question for you. Should you fake it until you make it? Stay tuned and I'll give you a few ideas around this phrase. Now, first, let me explain to you what I mean by that phrase. And it's a phrase that's been around the sales profession and the world for that matter for a very, very long time. And I'm not sure where and why it originated, but the premise behind it is it used to be taught in sales where fake it until you make it. And what they mean by that is that if you're not successful at the moment, fake it and act as if you're successful. Get yourself that expensive car. Get yourself an expensive suit or a few. Get yourself an expensive gold watch. Get yourself an expensive set of shoes. And when you're out and about, when you're presenting or whenever you're approaching prospects or customers or whatever it is, this way you'll have this persona or this image of a person who has made it, of a person who's successful, even if you're not successful yet. Now, that was prominent probably like 70s, 80s, maybe even 90s. I don't hear this phrase being mentioned a lot lately. And for a good reason. I'm happy that it's not mentioned because I disagree with that phrase entirely. Now, because the idea that you should act or put on a show to fool somebody else into thinking that you're already successful. Like, I get the idea of why it arose. If you show up as a person who's successful, who has money, that means that the other person won't have to question your success. That was the original premise, which is a positive one. But the outcome is negative because you're showing up as somebody you're not. So what I'm offering instead is this phrase. Two phrases actually. First one is faith it till you make it. So the idea behind that one is if you're not yet successful, that's fine. Act out of faith that you will be successful. And if you keep going in our network marketing profession, the only people who lose are the ones who quit. If you proceed, you will succeed. And that's faith it till you make it. Have faith until you make it. And the other one, and this is one of my favorite phrases, is act as if. So let's say you're new to this profession, or you've been stuck for a very long time and you haven't created any success. So how can you not show others that you're not successful? Well, act as if. How would a person that's successful act? And act like that person. So for example, I hear a lot of times people say, oh, I'm not going to go to the company event because I have no one else to bring with me. Well, what would a person of success do when it came to that? If you were successful and you had a team, you will go to the event. So act as if you're already successful and go to the event regardless whether you have a team or not. Another one. Well, I can't make videos because I don't have success yet. Well, act as if you're already successful. People usually don't go on their videos and say, well, successful author, $1 million earner, blah, blah, blah. Unless they're trying to perceive, or unless it's a message, it's important in the message to show that they did it. So find out who it is you want to speak to, who would be your audience, and act as if the person who could bring benefit, because I'm sure you can. So if you act as if a person who has a benefit to that audience, then you'll talk about whatever it is that will benefit your audience. Another thing is, I hear people say, well, I can't prospect, I'm new. Well, act as if you aren't. So reach out to, of course, learn some skills, but as you're learning, start reaching out to people and act as if you're already successful. Listen to what your upline teaches you, or what other network marketing trainers or myself teach you in these videos, and act as if that person. One of the reasons why I love this phrase so much is because it ties into the vision. And that brings me to another phrase I love from Reverend Michael Beckwith: pain pushes you until a vision pulls you. So when you catch a vision of who it is that you want to be, you should start acting as if you're already that person. So, and that's a very powerful concept. If you ever notice yourself feeling down, not being happy with where you are, snap your fingers and say, well, what would I do if I was already successful? And then do that thing. I usually wear a band that says B10XB, be 10 times bolder. And if I ever get a thought of, oh, I shouldn't approach that person, I snap it and I ask myself, what would I do if I was 10 times bolder? Or in essence, what would I do if I acted as if I was 10 times bolder, or if I was 10 times bolder? So I hope you found this useful. If you did, please like, comment, and share. There's a lot of people who need to hear this message about acting as if, and more importantly, not faking it until they make it. And for more videos like this, feel free to visit my blog at www.eugenefedorovsky.com, where I post a video similar to this on almost a daily basis. If you have an idea of something that you want me to cover in a future video, feel free to send me a message or an email, and I'll be more than happy to discuss that with you. And for a limited time, on my blog at eugenefedorovsky.com, there is a giveaway, which is a training on how you can achieve 6 figures in this business. Now, it is there for a limited time. I'm not sure how much longer it's going to be, so head on over and you'll see it on the right side. With that said, I hope you guys have an amazing day. Crush the rest of the week, and I'll talk to you next time. Take care.